There's a hidden reason why corporate burnout keeps coming back. You take the time off, you feel better for a few days, but within a week of being into the corporate system, you are completely drained out. I used to think the solution was simple: find a better work-life balance, do things that make you happy, etc. etc. But then I discovered something that completely changed the way I see this. The work exhaustion doesn't come from the long hours you work, it's about an imbalance in the way the entire corporate system is set up, which nobody talks about. Let me show you what I mean. You would have surely noticed this pattern in your corporate setting. Nobody wants to work on Mondays. By Tuesdays, they are already planning for their weekends. Wednesdays are filled with back-to-back meetings. Thursdays feel a bit lighter. And Fridays, that's the day everyone's actually looking out for, right? And then every once in a while, you would find your colleagues just shut their laptop, go to the mountains or beach, and then they disappear for a week or two. You'd only find them on their Instagram stories. This cycle kept repeating itself that I had to ask, why is this happening? And here's what I realized. The problem isn't the long work hours, it's the way you show up during those hours. Think about it. In most corporate environments, if you don't look like you're on top of everything, people won't take you seriously. So what do? You keep proving yourself. You keep showing that you have got it under control. You act like you know everything even when you don't. You never admit you're tired. You never ask for help without worrying it makes you look weak. You never actually slow down. I call this the super masculine mood. It's that constant state of doing, pushing, achieving, controlling, like you're always performing at your 100%. And living in that mode for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, every single day, that's where the burnout happens. So I kept digging to understand why, and that's when I came to know about something that seemed too simple to be true. Inside all of us, there are two energies constantly at play. One is what I just described, the masculine energy. That's the part of you that wants to plan, achieve, stay in control, and get things done. The other is the feminine energy. That's the side of you that wants to rest, be taken care of, be vulnerable. It's the slow down side. Now, people often get this completely wrong. Most people think that men only have the masculine energy, women have the feminine energy, but that's not true. Both men and women have both the energies. It's just that some may naturally lean more towards one than the other. Now, here's the actual problem. In the corporate setting, only the masculine side gets rewarded. The push harder, do more, stay focused, stay in control side gets you promoted, gets you recognized, gets you respected. So what do? We learn to suppress the feminine side. We forget that it even exists, and without that balance, of course, we feel drained. That's why you see so many people hitting burnout the same way. They push, and then they suddenly crash. The first thing they say is, I need a break. So they book that trip to the mountains or find a beach somewhere and disappear for a week or two. That's them finally tapping into their feminine side, which they have been ignoring for so long. But if you notice, they do it just after they have exhausted themselves. It's like running a car at high speed until the engine gives out, then you push it to the repair shop, get it fixed, and then drive it again at the exact same speed. That's why vacations don't solve burnout, they just pause it. You come back, slip right into the super masculine mode, and the cycle starts again. Now, this imbalance looks different depending on who you are. For a lot of men, there's this added layer of shame to ask for help because somehow they have been told it's weak. So even after a day of exhaustion, they never admit it and keep performing. But here's what men especially need to hear. It's okay to want softness. In fact, it's a human thing to want it. It's okay to be taken care of. It's okay to come home after a long day and not have to keep performing. For women, the struggle is different but just as exhausting. A lot of women naturally lean more into their feminine energy. They want to love, to connect, to feel, to collaborate, to nurture relationships. But in the corporate system, they are often told, be more tougher, don't be emotional, stop being so sensitive. So they put on this masculine mask just to be taken seriously. They learn to suppress the very qualities that comes naturally to them. And over time, that's just as draining because you're constantly performing as someone you're not. So whether you're a man or a woman, the struggle is the same. You're constantly pushed to live in only one kind of energy when in reality, you need both. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this extreme. You don't need to burn out completely before allowing yourself to rest. What if we let a little bit of that feminine energy into our daily lives? I'm not asking you to quit your job or take a sabbatical. I'm just asking you to find ways to bring daily acts of balance. And here's how it looks. During your work days, take a 5-minute break without any guilt attached to it. Not to check your phone or not to find other ways to be productive. And on weekends, don't do things just for the sake of doing it. And when you don't know something in a meeting, admit that you don't know but you'll figure it out instead of pretending that you have all the answers. And after your work hours, completely rest before jumping into your next task or project or any self-development activity. And on weekends, do something with no goals attached to it. Not work out for healthy living or reading for self-development. Just something you enjoy for its very own sake. These might sound almost simple, but trust me, it's very powerful because I have done this a lot many times. At the end of the day, exhaustion isn't just about the long working hours, it's also about the imbalance. If you're always in the do more, achieve more, control more mode, burnout is unavoidable. So the next time when you feel completely exhausted, ask yourself, have I only been living in one kind of energy today? And what is one small way that I can bring the other side right now? Because here's the truth, the pattern will keep repeating itself unless you break it, not with a 2-week vacation or a day's break, but with daily acts of balance. You know, your life doesn't have to be a cycle of burnout and escape. It can actually be sustainable and even more enjoyable.